So, we're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. We see our greatest advantage to you, first of all, to choose those of you who are in the vicinity of the vortex so that we'll have an easy ride in together. In other words, if you are in the vicinity, small conversation puts you right in, and then solutions begin to show up. Things as simple as looking for something that you've been looking for a while, finding the perfect employment, finding the perfect mate. In other words, we want you to understand that all of those things are already queued up for you in your vortex of creation. They're already there. And when you get in and hang around, and when you get in and hang around, and when you get in and hang around, and you allow the vortex to tune your frequency up, 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 so that it becomes a vibrational match to the things you want. Do you get it? That a question and an answer are very different frequencies. A problem and a solution are very different frequencies. And do you know the whole time that you've been chewing on a problem or poking around in questions, as that problem has been coming into focus, a solution has been coming into focus too. Every day you hated your work, a better job's been coming into focus. Every day you've been struggling in a relationship, a better relationship has been coming into focus. And so, as you allow yourself more time in the vortex, what begins to happen is things begin to occur to you. And often it's happening to you, to all of you, to some degree. You say, oh, what a lucky thing that was. And we want you now to understand it wasn't a lucky thing, it was a vortex thing. It was a vibrational tuning thing. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us talk about the cooperative components are all assembled in the vortex. And what we want you to realize is you've got to be a cooperative component too to be in there, which means you can't be railing against unwanted things. So when you find yourself in the vortex and you are able to allow the vortex to tune the frequency of you, it will, because it's dominant. When you're in there, your frequency is coming up, 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 up. As you hang around in this vortex longer, what begins to happen is your path begins to light up. You become a cooperative component, and now you have more view of the cooperative components that got there before you do. So the first thing that will happen when you enter the vortex is that you'll feel better. The next thing that will happen is that you will begin to receive, or ideas will begin to occur to you that feel spot on. In other words, ideas that you haven't had before, that when you act on them will pay off. The next thing that will begin to happen is you'll begin to rendezvous with trails or paths that will pay off for you. In other words, you'll begin to meet people that have information that is of value to you. You'll begin to rendezvous with articles, and you'll find yourself online not even knowing how you got to a certain thing, but there you are. The vortex helped you click right through to what you were looking for in a pattern that was illogical unless you understand the vortex. You'll begin to find people walking into your experience, saying the right thing at the right time, not necessarily delivering the answer to your feet, but giving you the peace that you were ready for in this moment, you see. Through the crack of least resistance, the vortex is always working for you. Even when you're not in the vortex, through the crack of least resistance, the vortex is always working for you. So, we're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Nothing is off limits. What do you want to talk about? Some things. Start right here on the aisle. Yes.